Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Reagan, and today we're going to be talking about the purpose that pain serves in our lives and how we can use our suffering to our advantage to actually improve our life and get where we're supposed to go. So I've been talking about this in my social media lately, the point of pain, of our sufferings, of just being uncomfortable, and the main point to start off, human beings, we feel pain as a protective mechanism. If we did not feel pain on a physical level, then that would be a problem for our survival. Like, imagine that we had a devastating injury to us, but we just didn't feel the pain of it, and we're bleeding out, or we have some disease, etc., that causes us to die. Like, our brain is designed to keep us from dying, and our bodies know what they're doing when we feel pain. Pain is obviously a sign that something needs to be treated, and this can be the same for emotional pain, for the pain of not enjoying where you're at in life, for going through something that is really taking a lot out of you, or something that just really doesn't feel aligned, and it can actually be used as a gift. I love how I just tried to fix my necklace that took literally a full revolution. Anyways, so pain can be a gift if you use it right. Pain is simply just an indicator and a sign from God, the universe, whatever you want to say, whatever higher power, or if you don't believe in one, whatever. It's a sign that something's out of alignment, that some part of your life is not in a way that it should be. And this might be something you obviously know, like working a job that you know is just miserable and you hate it and you hate the work environment. It's more obvious to you that that's the problem here, or that's most likely the main problem. But sometimes it can just be misery or agitation, or just feeling this discomfort but not really knowing why. Either way, it's a sign that something needs to change, but we would not know that we're out of alignment, that we need to change something, that there's a more ideal state of being if we did not experience the suffering and the pain of being uncomfortable in the situations where we are miserable, unhappy, unsatisfied, and we want more. So we can use the pain and the suffering to our advantage, because when it comes to figuring out what you want in life, it's a lot easier to figure out what you don't want. And if you're in a situation where you're like, okay, I really don't want this, what a gift that already is to know, okay, the direction that I want to go in is pretty much the exact fucking opposite of this, or similar to this, but without this one factor that's really just like pissing me off so much in my job, in my relationships, and any part of your life, any factor. It could be true for just your health, anything personal, you get the point. Use your pain as a point of direction to push off of. I did this last year with my job, and it has nothing to do with the company, and I always feel bad when I talk about it because it truly has nothing to do with the company. But I was in an internship where it was just the environment of the work was cubicle farm, normal standard 9 to 5. Like, my time outside was whenever I took a walk, pretty much, and it was just like, if you know me personally, like, and have known me for a while, you will know that I do not fucking sit still. I do not do well just being told to sit and stare at a screen for 8 hours a day. I don't think that human beings were created to do that. I know that for a fact. Like, some people, 9 to 5, that environment, that stability and the structure can be really good for them. It's really grounding. They're really not affected. And there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. I talk about the 9 to 5 structure a lot, but I do not shit on it when it's something that someone actually enjoys and gets fulfillment out of. My point in 9 to 5 that I don't like in that sort of work environment is exactly the work environment of just like the structure and the drain, and how draining it is to just know that you're stuck inside for 40 hours a week. It just feels very unnatural to my way of being, and I just don't love it. So, point being, that was my job last year, where I was stuck in that state. I was stuck inside 40 hours a week, just like everyone else has to work 9 to 5. And the work that I had was very minimal. I was an internship, and if you've ever been an intern before, you know that sometimes you don't get given a lot of work, and the company just doesn't have that much for you to do. It's kind of iffy if it's worth training you on something, so it's kind of just this gray area. My actual manager went on leave for the summer for a family thing, so it was just not ideal circumstances, and yet I am so grateful that it happened the exact way it did. Because being miserable, hating my job, knowing that I did not want to stay in that work environment anymore is what pushed me to make the big changes in my life that I never would have made if I were just comfortable enough. Like, if I could get by and it wasn't that miserable, I probably wouldn't have left. I probably wouldn't have said, I'm not doing grad school anymore. I'm not staying at this company anymore. I'm completely switching fields and going to a different field that I'm in right now, which got me a dream job that is so much more aligned with the work environment and the structure and the applications. And I am just, if I am working a 9 to 5. Like, this is exactly where I want to be. Like, I truly love my job. I love my job so much, and I'm so grateful for it, but I never would have been able to experience that had I not been made so uncomfortable at my last job that I were essentially forced by, greater powers above, etc. Not forced by greater powers above, but influential forces. God, the universe, whatever you want to say, your higher self, etc. Making you so uncomfortable, making you realize, are you done with this now? Are we done with this? Like, can we get out of this mode of being? Because this is not where you're supposed to be. I would not have realized and been pushed out of where I wasn't supposed to be had I not been so miserable. I think you guys are getting the point now. So, where this can apply in your life could be any area, like I said, in a relationship, personal or romantic, or friendships, etc. Can be in jobs. It could just be with the way that you're living your life, just your habits, your lifestyles. Are you taking care of yourself well? Like, if you feel any type of that friction and agitation, it is a gift because it shows you where you are meant to change for the better. It shows you that there's opportunity to improve. And had you not been put in this painful situation or been suffering, you might not have known that that's not where you're supposed to be. As I said, if I was just like comfortable enough to get by last year, I might not have moved. I might not have gotten up and left and completely done all of the things I never thought I would do, the things that go very much against the traditional path that I thought I was going to follow with going back to grad school and making sure I get the perfect little engineering job. Like, I don't fucking care anymore. And a big part of that was being absolutely fucking miserable at my last job. And to that point with my last job as well, everything is so divinely orchestrated because since I basically had no work to do, pretty much, I was able to spend my day mostly listening to podcasts, like genuinely actually really listening to podcasts and like taking in all the information, a lot of personal development stuff, a lot of more like even going into more of spiritual stuff, just things that genuinely improved and shifted my life even more and brought me to a place of more deeper self-connection that I don't think I would be as far along as I was right now had I not had basically 3 months to essentially just listen to podcasts and sit there. Like, I really don't. And everything happens in perfect timing. Like, everything is so perfectly divinely orchestrated. I don't know. Trying to force situations or trying to force yourself to be in a state of being that you're not meant to be in, it's just, it ain't gonna work. Like, there are higher powers above us that see a better path for us, and let me tell you, they're not going to let you stay unaligned without you knowing it, and you know it because you're in pain, and because you're suffering. So, if you're someone who's going through something or struggling, just know, as I said in my story, and with other situations in my life, I've been there. I have been there, and it fucking sucks when you're going through it, but after you get through, and after you're made uncomfortable enough to push yourself to look for new opportunities and new ways that you can find more alignment in your life, you are so grateful for it. I am grateful that everything happened the way it did because it brought me to where I am now. As to the point of everything always works out for a reason, it truly does. So I hope this helps some of you if you're feeling uncomfortable in any life circumstances you have. I would love if you could subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, let me know what you thought of this video, or if you guys are in a similar situation, I'd be so curious to know what you think. And yeah, so I hope this helped at least one person. Go be your most organic selves, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.